everyone and welcome back. So today I wanted to film another best and worst video, and if you haven't seen any of my best and worst videos before, it's a series I started probably over a year ago, maybe even longer than that now. Basically just talking about either individual brands or specific products like drugstore concealer, best and worst, things like that. And I started doing them within specific brands. I think I've done MAC and NARS. I can't remember if I've done any others. It's been a while since I've done one anyway, so I thought it was time that I did another one because I do like filming them and it seems that you guys like watching them. So I tweeted asking what brands you would like to see, and without a doubt the most popular one was Rimmel. As you guys know from my videos, if you watch them normally, I love Rimmel. There are a lot of products I like from them, but there are also a few products that are disappointing. So I'm going to tell you about my best and worst products from Rimmel. So I'm going to start off with the good ones because I'm nice like that. So the first thing that I love from Rimmel are two of their foundations, and I've spoken about these quite a bit before. They are the Match Perfection and the Wake Me Up foundation. In terms of what's the difference between these two, I've been asked quite a few times. The Wake Me Up is a little bit lighter. It's more of a kind of glowy, dewy, it does have a bit of a sparkle in it, whereas the Match Perfection is just a very natural, it's kind of like a bog standard good foundation, if you know what I mean. Like it's not extra glowy, it's not extra matte, it's just quite a nice natural finish and it gives you a kind of medium coverage. I really like both of these and they are amazing value for money. Depends when you buy them, but you can sometimes get them for like $6.99 and stuff like that. Really, really good foundations and I use them a lot. The next thing that I like from Rimmel is a concealer. It's their Match Perfection concealer. This is a kind of brightening concealer. It says skin tone adapting 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter, so it's mainly for under your eyes. I do use this if I have a little redness in any areas that I don't mind highlighting. However, I wouldn't use this on a spot. It's the same kind of thing as YSL Touche Eclat. You kind of don't really want to highlight a spot, but it works very, very well for being a highlighting concealer, so under your eyes and on your cheekbones, around my nose as well, like on the centre of my nose. I do tend to get a bit of redness and I like to highlight there. Love this, really nice. It does have a brush applicator, which can be kind of annoying, but it's okay, and you squeeze it out like that. I do like these, and I've got about 3 of them. I've got all the different colours for throughout the year, and I've used them so much. This one's actually nearly empty. Love those. As for eyes from Rimmel, I really like their Lash Accelerator Mascara. This is the new one, which is the Endless version, but to be honest, I didn't really tell too much difference between that and the original. But yeah, I really like this. It really gives you very volumized but quite defined lashes. I've done a full review of this on my blog, which I will link below. And then the other thing for eyes, which I love from Rimmel, are the Scandalized eyeliners. And I've spoken about these so much. This is actually a new colour that I picked up the other day. It's like a gorgeous kind of taupey brown colour. I love this. They do an amazing nude, a great black. These are really, really good value for money. They are very, very similar to the Urban Decay 24/7 liners, the Makeup Forever, they're called Aqua liners. Basically any kind of gel texture pencil liner. These are amazing. Absolutely love them. Can't go wrong with those, and I'm looking forward to trying this colour because it's a really pretty kind of taupe. I think it'd be good for daytime wear. And then moving on to lip products from Rimmel. 2 things I absolutely love from there. Number 1, the Apocalypse lip lacquers. These have had so much coverage online that you guys will probably have seen them already. Amazing pigmentation. They last like 6 hours without topping up. Really, really good. The colours are really nice. They are quite bright, so if bright colours really aren't for you, there is one nude in the collection, but it's quite a pale nude, if you know what I mean. Like, I wouldn't necessarily wear the nude, even though I would wear the bright colours. So if bright colours aren't for you, they might not be for you, but they are really lovely, especially if you like the red is just gorgeous. I love it. It's a real vintage looking red. And then their lipsticks I adore. These are 2 of their Kate Moss lipsticks. I'm pretty sure all of their lipsticks, or with the same packaging, with the slanted top, are the same formulation, but Kate Moss has her own line for them. She also has the matte ones. I've never tried the Kate Moss matte lipsticks, so yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you guys have tried them, what you think of them. I generally don't tend to go for matte lipsticks. I tend to stick with more kind of satin finish. These are amazing. They come in like loads of different colours. They actually have some really good kind of basic everyday pinky colours like this one, which it's lost the label on the bottom, and then a gorgeous fuchsia, which is number 2, which is my other favourite. They also do like a bright red. It's a really good collection actually. It has kind of like a nice array of quite wearable colours. The pigmentation of these as well is great. They're really kind of strongly pigmented. They are very kind of moisturising and they feel like quite nourishing on the lips. I really, really like these, and again, I think they're about $4 something, $4.29, $4.50, something like that. Really like those a lot. Another thing that Rimmel are great at is nail polishes. Now these are the two Rimmel nail polishes that I use the most. They aren't colours, weirdly, because they do some really good colours, but they are the nail tip whitener, which is amazing for French manicures, like makes them 10 times easier, and the matte top coat, which is the best matte top coat I've ever used. I really like it. The colours are great too, the formulations are fantastic. They do the 60-second ones, which dry really quickly, and then the slightly more expensive Rimmel Pro ones come in a bigger bottle, and they have lycra in them. I don't really know kind of how that technically works. I think it makes them bend better so they don't chip so much. Either way, they're really good, long lasting, like it's just a kind of good fix, especially the 60-second ones. If you're looking for a colour and you don't want it to cost you too much money, I think they're about £2.50, and then these are about £5. So yeah, love the nail polishes. And last but not least, for my Rimmel favourites, this is actually something that I bought yesterday as well, because it's such a kind of retro favourite for me that I didn't actually have one in my collection, so I went and repurchased it for this video, and also to use because I'm actually going on holiday next week, so it will be very useful. But it is their natural bronzer. This is just one of those classic products that my sister used when she was a teenager, and it was one of those things I used to steal from her and then went on to buy my own. They are pretty much matte. I always thought they had a little shimmer in them. You do get like the limited edition ones that have the shimmer overlay. I just like the original plain matte one. This one is in Sun Bronze, number 22. Just a great kind of bog standard bronzer if you're looking for something that isn't expensive but does the job. It's a nice colour, it's not too muddy, it's not too orange. I would recommend this one. Yeah. They do, however, have a few products that I don't necessarily hate. There are a few that I really dislike, and there are also a few that I just think are really disappointing. So I'm going to explain each one as I go along, because they're not all necessarily like the worst product in the world, but in terms of what I was expecting from Rimmel, they are the worst, if that makes sense. So the first thing I'm going to get it over and done with, the worst product I've ever tried from Rimmel is their Scandalised mascara. They sent me this when it was released. I think it must have been sometime last year, and I just really didn't like it. I just think it didn't really lengthen, it didn't really volumise as much as I wanted it to. I thought the packaging was really cheap looking and chunky. I just really wasn't a fan. Compared to the Lash Accelerator, I just didn't think it was good. It wasn't like the worst mascara I've ever tried in my entire life, but it just wasn't as good as other Rimmel products, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. And then my second worst product from Rimmel is one that, it wasn't necessarily a hate, but it was a disappointment. It's the Wake Me Up Concealer. Again, I was sent this when it got released, and I was expecting so much because I loved the foundation, but I just really didn't get this. Like, it's an okay concealer. Again, it has pretty limited coverage, and in terms of under eye concealing, I think the Match Perfection one is much better. Yeah, not awful, but just disappointing with that one. The next thing is one that I actually do really like this product I have. It's their Scandalised eyeshadow pencil. These are lovely. They're really kind of easy to use, blendable, they stay on for ages. The colour payoff is really nice. However, I was really disappointed by the colour range of these, because this is the only colour out of like 6 that I would actually wear. Like, they have a really bright purple, a bright blue, they have a black, and then a really dark brown. I really think it would have been cool if they'd have done like a maybe nice like khaki metallic, or just a few more neutral wearable shades. Like a taupe would be really nice in this, because I feel like these are products that you would use generally, well, I would anyway, as kind of a quick fix. So in the daytime, if you don't have time to, like, if you don't have a lot of time spending your makeup, you can just whack them on and they look good. But if you're using like really bright colours, I don't necessarily think that's, I don't know, I'm just a bit disappointed with the colour range, because I actually really liked the product. So that is a disappointment. And then the last worst product that I have, I don't actually have any of them because I've never kind of been lured into buying one, and they are the Rimmel eyeshadows. I think the eyeshadows from Rimmel really kind of let the brand down. I just think the colour range isn't fantastic. There is one nice colour that looks amazing. I think it's Smoky Topaz or something like that. It's a really gorgeous like lilac-y taupe, but it's always sold out and I've never been able to buy it, so that's annoying. But apart from that colour, there really aren't like any that really shout out to me and say buy me. I've always been a bit disappointed by their range, so I feel like I want to challenge Rimmel and be like, bring out some awesome eyeshadows, because they are bringing out such cool products this year. Like in the last year, they've brought out the Apocalypse, they've brought out the Scandalised eyeliners, they've brought out the shadow liners, like just so many cool launches. I feel like they really need to revamp their eyeshadows. Anyway, that is it for my Rimmel best and worst products. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section below what are your favourite things or worst things from Rimmel, if you tried anything great or anything bad. Also let me know if you want me to do any more of these videos, which brands would you like to see. If you haven't already seen my skincare video which I uploaded this week, then I will put a link right after I stop talking, so make sure you go and check that out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys!